Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dreadbread. Welcome to the Space Monkey Mafia. We're pants for the enemy. We're about to go into some old world stuff. Yes, the video will be muted because I do not want any ID claims. Let's get into it. Let's see what's going on. They're going to talk for a bit, and the video is going to play. Ooh, we've got a horse, a centaur, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Horses are out. Oh, it's a maiden on a horse. Unicorns are in. Uh-oh. The pretty lady on a unicorn. I've seen what they can do in that movie about the cabin in the woods. They're vicious killers. This is very different. This is all right. This is a little bit different. Okay. I wonder if this is going to be a resin model or a plastic model. Spread more magic throughout the old world.
Absolutely stunning miniature on the way for the Bretonnians for the old world. That is Lady Eliesse Duchaard,
Bretonia?
special character of the Bretonnians, riding a unicorn into battle, and just has to be one of the most beautiful miniatures I've ever seen come from Games Workshop. What do you think, man?
It's really, really beautiful. I think we're so used to seeing Warhammer miniatures that are like covered in skulls and bedecked in kind of gothic features that actually, this is just a really beautiful model. It's like a really handsome horse. Like a beautiful pose.
I don't really think this is really a beautiful horse. It could just because of the paint job they did on it, but I don't know. Some of the model, like the horses and stuff they've been coming out with, have just been kind of odd. But it is nice to see something that isn't doom and gloom and death. But alrighty, let's just resume the video.
A great miniature, a very different sort of thing to paint. So this is going to look spectacular and really stand out in the middle of a Bretonnian army. If you imagine everything else is like vivid, bright primary colours and galloping horses and shining lances, and then you've got this kind of single radiant point of light right in the middle, as you'd expect, representing the Lady of the Lake and the chalice of the Grail itself.
Just absolutely stunning.
I like that.
The sculpt of the unicorn itself is beautiful. Look at its face; it's just so much character and energy in there. And the purity and lines all over the miniature. I genuinely am in love, and I suppose that's probably kind of what the sculptor's trying to get across: the absolute sort of pinnacle of purity of the Bretonnian forces.
Yeah, well, certainly of the damsels in the Bretonnian forces.
Yes.
So the Bretonnians aren't all nobility and chivalry, perhaps, but they certainly represent it more than most factions do in Warhammer. Some really nice nods on this miniature to some classic models. So if you've been playing Warhammer Fantasy before, you'll remember the Fey Enchantress miniature, and there's lots of kind of nods to some of those early.
Oh my god, this model right there, like that the war unicorn. Okay, I like because of the long horn. That one does not look very well. The horse is kind of not so good looking. The unicorn, but very different style. But that's funny. I like that little headpiece right there. It would have been cool if you could have had different like head options with reminiscence of this stuff, and maybe some different head options for the horse, or maybe just like a longer horn, because this horn does seem quite short.
Incarnations of the Fey Enchantress, so the unicorn, obviously, some of the kind of the hair and the heraldry and the aesthetic touches on this unicorn. It's kind of wrapped in, rather than like armor or anything, it's actually harnessed with the power of nature, rather than kind of anything else, which is kind of nodding towards the magical power of the damsel herself.
Even the reins around the unicorn's neck are sort of garland made of thorns and branches, which really plays off that. And it's nice to see as well the glow up sort of from the right hand screen across sort of the Fey Enchantress through years to come to Lady Eliesse.
Yeah, I think every single time those miniatures came out, I was like, that's one of the best miniatures that exists, and there's just something about Bretonnian damsels on unicorns that just seems to bring out the best in the sculpting team every single time. Really amazing
absolutely
model.
stunning stuff, and can't wait to paint that one up. Chats in the people in the chat asking, Eddie, what's that being made out of? That
so that is a resin miniature. So in your head, if you imagine this is being approached in a similar way to something like the Primarch series we had for the Horus Heresy. So there will be like a range of very, very detailed, very specialist resin miniatures that are kind of leaning into the detail. There will also be new plastic miniatures for the old world and lots of returning kits as well. So you have a good mix of things to play with.
There we go. It's a little teaser on more stuff to come in the future. If the quality is like that for the old world, we've got some amazing stuff to look forward to.
Indeed.
Wow.
Ooh, for resin. The resin's cool, but it's not everybody's cup of tea. So it would have been nice to have some newer stuff in plastic, because I have a feeling that a lot of the cool models that are going to come out for the old world are still going to be resin. I know they just said like, oh, there's going to be new plastic stuff coming too. I bet the plastic stuff that is coming is just going to be like fodder units or like little pieces of terrain or something. I don't know. That's just my gut feeling.
We have one last thing to show the folks, and I think this might be the showstopper miniature. We've had some pretty impressive miniatures so far in this preview. We've had the new Trog, we've had the Bretonian Damsel, obviously.
The Trogs of the Orcs were probably my favorite, besides the Horus Heresy stuff.
New Dreadnoughts, there's some new Space Marines. Some people like Space Marines.
Clonk and a squid.
Clonk, of course. But this miniature might be the best of all of them, and maybe the best miniature of the year.
You reckon?
Yeah. Well, anyway, we'll let you decide for yourselves as we have a look at our last preview. Raph, do you want to roll film?
All right, so I'm going to end the VOD here for the people over on YouTube, and I will see you all later with the final video that's coming up. I hope you've really been joining this fresh wave of new Dreaded Hobby content over on YouTube. I will see you later. But to the people on Twitch, we're not going anywhere. Go grab some snacks.